Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mirado Krikorian from the news center in Damascus. Snow and rains fell over most Syrian governorates as the country is being affected by a polar low pressure accompanied by a very cold air mass. The Meteorology Department expected rains and snow to continue falling over most areas and the rains to be accompanied by thunder, sometimes warning against torrents in the valleys and slopes. Different amounts of rainfalls were registered in the Syrian governorates over the past 24 hours. A mass was held yesterday at St. Sarkis Church for the Armenian Orthodox in Damascus on the occasion of Christmas, as observed by the Eastern Orthodox calendar. Presiding over the ceremony, Bishop Armash Nalbandian, primate of the Armenian Church of Damascus, delivered the Christmas sermon, which included the New Year's message of His Holiness Karakin II, Supreme Patriarch and Catholicos of all Armenians. Mar Ignatius Ephraim II, Patriarch of Antioch and all the East and Supreme Head of the Universal Syriac Orthodox Church, participated in the Mass along with a number of heads and representatives of Christian denominations. Bishop Nalbandian called upon believers all over the world to follow the values of Jesus, the messenger of peace and love, in spreading justice and peace. He condemned the heinous practices committed by terrorist organizations in Syria, stressing that the fraternity and awareness of the Syrian people guarantee the country's steadfastness in the face of all conspiracies. Prayers and masses were also held in churches in Aleppo and Al-Hasaka, with heads of Christian denominations stressing the unity of the Syrian people and asking God to protect Syria's leadership and army and to restore security and stability in the country. The Syrian Arab Army and armed forces continued carrying out counter-terrorism operations across the country, leaving scores of terrorists dead or injured and destroying their vehicles. Syrian Arab Army units eliminated many terrorists in Al-Kharab Street in Al-War neighborhood in Homs city. In Homs countryside, Syrian Arab Army units killed a number of terrorists, injured others and destroyed several vehicles in Suhayrij, Salam Sharqi and Al-Ghajar in Al-Rastan area, and in Al-Hilaliya farm and Al-Badu Ali in Sharshouh. The Syrian Arab Army also prevented terrorists from sneaking towards Ain al-Dananir from Ain Hussein. Syrian Arab Army units eliminated many terrorists, destroyed some of their vehicles and damaged others in Da'il in Daraa countryside. The Syrian Arab Army also killed and injured scores of terrorists in the areas of Daraa al-Balad, Atman and Dama in Daraa countryside. A number of ISIS members were killed and others were injured in special operations carried out by the Syrian Arab Army against their gatherings in Al-Mri'iyya, Al-Jbayla, Al-Hwaiqa, Al-Rasafa and Hwajat Sakar in Deir ez-Zor. The Syrian Arab Army also killed a number of ISIS terrorists and injured others who had attempted to attack a military checkpoint west of Deir ez-Zor city. Syrian Arab Army units destroyed terrorist hideouts, killing and injuring a number of terrorists in Qarfaya, Al-Akrad Mountain, Qara al-Ghazal, Kafr Shulaya and the surroundings of Al-Arba'in Mountain in Idlib countryside. Welcome back. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani condemned the inhuman and brutal practices perpetrated by the Takfiri terrorist organizations against the people in Syria and Iraq and demolishing churches, mosques and heritage in the two countries. Rouhani, in an opening word at the 28th session of the International Conference on Islamic Unity kicked off in Tehran, criticized the Islamic world's silence towards the barbaric war and acts of destruction targeting Palestine, Syria, Iraq and Lebanon. Representatives of 65 countries across the world, including Syria, are participating in the conference. Syria's delegation is headed by Grand Mufti Ahmed Badruddin Hassoun. President Rouhani expressed his country's support to all countries which were exposed to terrorist attacks by the armed terrorist organizations. Islam is a religion of tolerance, not of violence and extremism, the Iranian president said, calling for fighting extremism and violence by all means. Finally, the Health Ministry continued its subnational vaccination campaign, which was launched on Sunday and will continue until tomorrow, Thursday. Health Minister Nizar Yazji said the campaign, which is organized in cooperation with World Health Organization (WHO) and United Nations Children's Fund (UNICEF), targets children under 5 with the aim of increasing vaccination coverage in 549 villages and residential gatherings in all governorates. For her part, WHO resident representative in Syria, Elizabeth Hoff, said that the campaign targets more than 300,000 children who live in areas that are difficult to access, providing them with polio vaccines in addition to routine vaccinations. With this, we conclude our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Till tomorrow, all the best and goodbye.